Hey folks, it's been a while. We have another dragon fruit that came in. So we're building, we're building that. It's gonna be so pretty. You can kind of see it behind me. You can see the blocks that we've done thus far. We are going to do these 3 blocks, and they happen to be the 12-inch blocks. These are big inch. Instead of this, we've been doing 6-inch blocks and then sewing them together. This time we're doing 12-inch blocks. Come along with me. Let's get started on this one. All right, folks, we are going to tackle our blocks. Let's take a look at what we've got going on. We've got this one is watermelon. So this is going to be our watermelon. And let me show you up close that one. So that's the block we're going to work on for watermelon. And these are the fabrics that I've cut. And then we have our paper. And I've gone ahead and I've already folded and creased each one. So we're ready to rock and roll with that one. And then we have, what's this one? This is Courthouse Steps. And Courthouse Steps is for our cobbler block. So there's our paper. There's the 12-inch Courthouse Steps paper. And then here's the cobbler block that we're going to do. And then there's the fabrics for those. And then we have the one that we haven't done yet, which is it's called the snail trail paper. That's what it looks like. And then I'll show you that's the block. And then that is the fabric we're going to use for it. Okay, I'm going to leave that one, I think, for last. I think we're going to start from the back, work forward. So I think we're going to start with our cobbler block. This is my cobbler block. And as always, I'm going to do 1 block with you guys, and then I'll do the remaining ones offline. Just makes it go a little bit more faster and makes it a little bit more efficient. So I'm going to set these aside. I've got a table right behind me that I'm going to leverage. Excuse my mess. I'm still getting into my space. Still working to get into my space. I am. Okay, I've already gone ahead and taken my stitch length down to 1.2, which is where I like to work. It's just easier for me to cut it, or I mean to rip the paper when I'm done. I'm going to set the other ones of these aside. And so let's get started. Got my iron on. My iron is not on. There's my iron's on. I have my table for cutting. We can pull that one over once we get ready to start doing. I guess I can do that right now. Put it on rollers so I can get to it. We can easily, I can just move directly over. Move some of the stuff that I don't need. So y'all can see that a little bit. All right, let's get started. Where's my glue? Where's my... This is the first time that we've used our big papers, our 12 inch. So it'll be interesting. So we've got our paper and we've got all of our cutting. Got all that done, ready. And we're building the, what are we building? The cobbler block. So we're gonna start with that one. All right. So let's get started. For our center, for number 1, turn our paper over. And we are going to add a little bit of glue. Whoops. Add a little bit of glue, and we're going to use our fruit and vegetable. I don't know if it's fruits and vegetables or if it's just fruits. I think it's all just fruits on this one. Okay. And we're going to kind of square it up on there a little bit so it's even. Okay. We'll press it down, press it on that glue. Okay. And then we're going to look at 2. I'm just going to make sure. Okay. And we're going to grab 2, which is our like marble purple, maybe. That's what I would call it. Kind of a marbly purple. And I believe that's 2, it is. So we're going to put it face down on there. And because this paper is so big, I think I'm going to use my glue stick. It just seems like it's just a lot of paper. Can't speak tonight. A lot of paper to kind of manage, so I want to make sure that it stays together for me. Just going to press that a little bit. I'm going to flip it over. Okay. I've already gone ahead and brought my stitch count down, and I always start off the line and I come into it. Okay. So then, I'm thinking, let's not really. Okay, so anyway, so I I've sewn right between 1 and 2. And then I'm going to press them open. And I like to use my iron just to get them so they're flat. Okay, so now we have 1 and 2. Let's do 3, which 3 is on the other side. I wish that I could get you guys down maybe even a little bit more. Let me see. I don't know if I'm going to get you any better. I don't know. So, all right. So we've got that. Now we're going to come over to 3. And I'm just folding the paper back. And I'm going to trim. So I trimmed. So what I did was I folded it back and trimmed. Okay. I'm going to grab 3 off my board. Gotta find 3. 3 is this cute polka dot, which I think is so cute. It'll get better, folks. My setup is, gotta figure out what the best way for my setup will be moving forward. I built this setup, and I'll probably do a video on it. It's pretty cool. All right, so now I've glued 3 on there, and I want to make sure everything stays flat. This paper is gonna take me a while to get this one done. And I'm going to sew on the line between 1 and 3. Okay. All right, so I've sewn there. That's what it looks like on the back. I'm gonna press it open. Wonder if it would be just. All right, give me just a second, because I think if I were to just point you all down. Okay, we're just gonna have to live with the setup, I think. So I was looking for ways that I could do it. I've got a clip coming for my new setup that I'll be able to do the 2 in 1, but we're just gonna move along. So we've done 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to do 4, which is going to be this top section here, all along here. So I'm going to fold the paper back right on that line for 4. Just like that, fold the paper back, and I'm going to trim. Move my table back over. I love that this is on rollers. Much easier. Much, much easier. Make sure my fabrics are down where they need to be. And I'm going to trim. And I'm going to grab 4. We need to find 4. Here's 4. It's that pretty blue. This is kind of her signature fabric for this line. I love it. In all the shades, all the different colors. Love that one. It's probably my favorite. All right, so we're going to do, make sure I'm doing 4. And I'm going to use my glue stick just because I want it to stay in place and I don't want it moving all over the place on me. I just put glue right up on the top part here. I put glue, so then when we sew it along here, then we'll flip it. So I'm going to flip it over, make sure everything's laying down flat. These papers are not the easiest to manipulate. So pretty big ones to manipulate. And we're going to sew right on line 4. Between 3, 1, and 2, and 4. If you've got the paper, you'll understand what I'm saying. Okay, and I always sew just a few more stitches beyond the line as well, and before it just seems to lock in those stitches a little bit better, I find. Okay, now we're going to press that open. Just like that. So we're going to press it open, and I'm going to actually use my iron and press it. Just give it just a little touch. Just a little touch. Okay, and then we're going to find 5, which is on the other side. I'm going to fold my paper down. Okay, ready to trim. And we're going to grab 5. There's 5. 5 is fun. It's a fun pattern. That's 5. We're going to grab one of those. And grab my glue stick again. I'm going to just put some glue along there. So we put glue along here, and I pressed it. So when we turn it over, I'm just going to make sure that everything's flat. And make sure everything is just laying flat, and I'm not going to sew more fabric together than I want. Okay. And all right, so done that. So now we're going to press this one down. This is 5. So we've gone ahead and pressed 5 down. So now we're on 6. And 6 is here. Cut that string. We did. 6 is here. think I actually like doing the small ones better, easier to manage. What do y'all think? Put a little glue. We're going to grab 6. 6 is the marble again, the purple marble color. We're going to do that same thing. We're going to, I put a little glue there, we pressed it. Making sure everything's laying flat. So I'll make sure everything's laying flat. Okay, you ever have those days where just wonder. Just wonder. All right, so we've got that sewn, and now we're just going to press. So we're going to press purple. Just giving it a little heat. Okay, so that was 6. It's 5. 7 is on the other side, because we know that with these we go back and forth from one side to the other. Okay, so we're looking for 7, and 7 will be, let's take some of these that I've already done off here. Already done 3. Let's see if I can find, already done 4. There's 7. 7's the polka dot. 7 is the polka dot. And do our glue. We're doing the same thing. I'm putting some glue along the top here and then pressing that fabric, because this is 7 up here. So, okay. Do it this way. We'll press out 7. Okay, so now we have 7. We're 7. So we're going to do 8, which is on the top. So we'll do 8 and 9. I'll fold that paper back. We'll fold that paper back. And I'm going to trim. And we're going to do, this one's 8. Yep. So 8 is that beautiful color. I love that fabric. So 8. And again, I'm just putting glue along the side, pressing the fabric down on there. Making sure nothing's catching under there. Make sure everything is flat. Okay. We're going to press that one out. All right, so now we've got 8. We've got 8 done. Now we're going to do 9, the top here. Turn it around a little bit for me. Okay, let's do a little bit of glue like we've been doing. Put a little bit of glue. And we'll do 9, which is going to be that pretty geometric. It's kind of a pinky color. We'll press it down so it stays where I want it as I sew. Right, so I pressed it down, flip it over. Okay. And we will give that a good press, or just a light press. I don't press it too much, just enough for it to kind of lay where I want it to lay while I'm working on it. So we just did this one. So now we just did 9, so now we're going to find 10. 10 is on this side. We just keep going like that. This is our last row. I like to have it in front of me so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to trim it. Okay, put a little glue on it. Might not have to put glue. I want to because I think it's so much that I don't want to attempt to try to hold it and not really be holding it in place. Well, I think I'd rather just glue it. So which one am I on? 10? Because I have all letters left, that means that I must have changed them over to something different. So let me look, see what I named them, because I don't have enough alphabeties to, like the number alphabeties to do all the, so I swap them out. So, all right, so 10 is P. Just makes it easy. And just refer back. So it's going to be this marble purple. I'm going to do that one. I could put little, thought about putting like little stickies. I think they've got some stickies, labels and such that you can put on fabric as you're working, doing these types of projects. You could do that too. All right, so I've glued it. Now I'm going to flip it over. Okay. All right, so we'll press 10. Get that one pressed. Just hitting it with a little bit of heat just to kind of keep it flat. So there's 10. So 11 is on the other side. All right, so now we've got the 10. And now we're going to do 11. And I'm going to put some glue on there. And 11 is Z. And this is Z. And we'll put on that. All right, so I went ahead and glued it. Now we will to go ahead and press that. Had a wrinkle in it too. So I've gone ahead and done 10 and 11. So now we're going to do 12 and 13. And then we will be done with this block. We'll take a look and see how it turned out. The color choices, not my particular jam, but I mean, it's an interesting block. Maybe once it's actually put on the quilt. So this is 11 and 11. Nope, this is 12 and this is X. So it's going to be this beautiful fabric. $12.12. What's nice is that once we get this done, then the block is done. There's no sewing ones together. Okay, so I glued it, and we're going to sew it up. Okay. And we'll go ahead and press that one. What is going on with my fabric? Everything is curling up there. What is going on? I don't know. I've got like... All right. One more. Done. Okay. The only one that it can be is this last one. This pretty red, pinky color. Oops. Okay. All right. Gone ahead and glued it. Let's sew it. Okay, let's press this last one out. We can take a look. We'll trim it up, then we'll take a look. All right. Okay. So there's the block. Not too awful bad, I don't think. Where's my board? What did I do with my board? So I think it goes like that. Not so bad. Let's trim it up. Take a look at it. Let's go ahead. Oh, I'm just going to trim it there. Y'all can kind of sort of see it. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Let's trim it up. I don't need my round table right now. Feel like I'm not put together today. I don't know what's going on with me. All right, well, let's trim it up. All right, so there we've trimmed it. Let's go ahead and take the paper off it. Take a look at it. I'm gonna start like I always do. I always start with whatever that last number I did. Just there we go. There's the back, and then there's our block. And this is the cobbler block. All right, cobbler block done. All right, so we finished cobbler, and now we're gonna do watermelon. And so here's our 12 by 12 paper, and it is the economy paper. We'll set the other one aside. And then we have all the fabric cut for it already. And I can't show you the cutting of the fabric, unfortunately, because this is a purchase subscription. It's a BOM, a block of the month. So I actually signed up for it with FatQuarterShop. So if you're interested in it, we're kind of far along in it now, but I mean, you could easily catch up. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful quilt. So I don't know if they have any more left, but it's going to be a beautiful quilt nonetheless. So, and I've got all the videos for all of the blocks that you can see hanging on my back wall back there. So I don't know if you can see the very top one, but okay, we are going to work on watermelon. That's what we're going to do next. We got the economy block ready, and let's get to watermelon because I've got lots of different things. I'm gonna have to, ooh, maybe I could still use that, huh? No. So I cut that one because I made that mistake. I'm gonna set it over there. I'll have to remember to cut a new piece. But let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is I am going to put a little glue down. And I'm going to grab one, which is that cute polka dot print. Very, very cute. And I'm going to center that the best I can. Okay, so I've got glue. It's been a day. Glue down. So now I'm going to do two, which two is right here, but I am making little squares. Where is two? Here is two. So I'm going to take, so 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make see what I'm doing here. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So 2, 2, 2, and 2. All right. So we're going to take 2 of them. Okay. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them in half. Just going to cut them in half. So now I have 4. So now let's go ahead and do 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I'm going to trim. And I'm going to put a little glue down. And I'm going to grab one of our triangles we just made. And I'm going to put that on there. So we made the triangles. So I put glue on the one. Okay. I want to make sure that I'm not catching my table, folding that fabric over. Okay. We'll press that. Okay. So now we have a house. Looks like a house. All right, so that was 2. So 3 is on this side. So we're going to do the same thing we just did. And I'm going to fold the paper back because I want to trim first. Because that's what I do. if I can fold the paper correctly. And then trim. Okay. And this is going to be 3. So 2, let's see, 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. All right, I'm gonna take some more of my glue and put it along that line. And we're gonna glue this down. Okay. Okay, so I've just glued this piece down. This is the one we're working on. I'm gonna flip it over. Okay, and then we're gonna press that. Okay, so now we have that. So we've got 3, 2 and 3. That's what we've got. Now we're going to do 4. We're going to do 4 and 5 next. So we're going to do 4 next. Not 5, 4 next. Okay. We're still using those triangles that we cut. Okay, I've gone ahead and glued my piece. Flip it over. And we're working on 4. Okay, so I'm going to press that. Okay, so now we're going to do 5. Right. Let's get this one on there. Okay, so I glued that one. And this one is 5. Okay, let's press that one. Oh, it's got a cute little heart on it. That's cute. Hopefully I can save that. That would be awesome if I can save that. That would be awesome. Awesome if I could save that cute little heart. You see that? We will see. All right, so now we're gonna do 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we're gonna do 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we're gonna do the same thing, I believe. We're going, yep. So we're gonna take 2 of these. That's a cute little heart, or I mean dots, polka dots. And I'm going to cut them in half to make a triangle. So we've got a square right now, and I'm just going to go from corner to corner so I can make some triangles. And I've got 2 of them, which will give me 4 triangles. Okay, so now I have 4 triangles to work with. All right, so what are we working with first? 6. There's 6. So I'm just going to fold it back. And I'm going to trim. And put a little glue. Okay, so I put a little glue on there. Flip it over. What I got going on here? Okay, and then I'm going to press it out. All right, so now we've got 6. So now we're going to do 7 at the other side, opposite of 6. And put one there. Okay, so I've put some glue down and put that one down. Okay, let's press that one. I like the pink with the orange. I think that's pretty. So let's do 8. Okay, so I put some glue down for the next one for 8. And what's going on with 8? There we go. Couldn't figure out what's going on with 8. It seemed to bubble up on me a little bit. Okay. We're getting there. Okay. Okay, so now we have that. And we gotta do 9. It's on the opposite end. Okay. Okay, we've got our glue down for 9. Okay, press that a little bit. It's cute. I really like it, that pink and orange together. All right, so now we've got 10, 11, 12, and 13. And what color are they going to be? It's going to be this one. So it's gonna be that one. I'm gonna take 2 of those. And we're gonna make triangles out of those. So we're gonna cut them. Okay, so now we have triangles. And we're gonna start with 10, which 10 is on this side. Okay. All right, so put a little glue down. And all right, we are on 10. So now we're going to all right, let's press 10 out. Okay, so there's 10. I'm going to do 11, which is just opposite 10. On the other side of the block. little bit of glue. Okay, I got a little bit of glue on that one. This one's 11. Oh, that one I ended up folding down. You see that? I'm gonna grab my seam ripper and I'm gonna get that fixed real quick. I don't want that causing me problems later. There we go. And I'm gonna re-sew that right through there. Just gonna start back away from it a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna do it from this side. I'm going to do it from this side, make sure it's laying down where I want it to. It is. Okay. All right. Better, better. Let's go ahead and press that. Okay. And then we're gonna do 12, which is on this end. Okay, gone ahead and put some glue on 12, flip it around. Make sure it's laying flat. Let's make sure it's laying flat. It is. Okay. Now we have 13, which is, of course, on the opposite side of our block from 12. feel like my chair has, whoa, rolling away. I'm rolling away. Okay, let's put this one on. Okay. This is 13 and I've got glue on there. Just trying to keep it all flat. Okay, let's go ahead and press that one out. So cute. It's gotta be my favorite block so far. We've only really done one, but I like the color combinations in this one. All right, so we're gonna do, we got 14, 15, 16, and 17 left. So what are they going to be? 15. So 14, 16, 14, 16, and 17 is going to be this red marble color. So I'm going to grab 2 of those. And I'm going to cut it down. Make 2 triangles, 2 big triangles. I'm just going from corner to corner. Okay, now I have 4 pieces, but we're really only going to use 3 of them. So first one we're going to do is 14. 14's on this side. So let's do 14. Let's trim it up here. Almost done with this block. I mean, they're coming together really fast. So all right, so I've got that glued down. This is 14. Okay, let's press that one out. All right, so I've got the start. So I think 15. So 14, so 15. So 15 is going to be that color. So I'm going to take 1 of these and make us a triangle. Make us a triangle. Okay, so we only need 1 of those. So the other one I'm going to put back with this, with all of this this one. I guess I could have cut both and made both triangles right away. All right, so 15 is going to be this other color, this other fabric pattern. Go ahead and trim. Oh, there we go. Now we're going to use this fabric for 15, not the red, but this one. Okay. All right, so we've got that. Okay, push that one out. Okay, so now we have that. So that was 15, this was 14, this one's 15. And then we're gonna do 16 and 17 in the red. So the only one that's gonna have that other fabric color to it is 15. Okay. Okay, so we'll test that one out. One more. So here's what we've got thus far. So 17 is our last one. We're going to put a red one on there. We're going to put a red one on there. Okay, there's 17. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and press that. All right, I really like this block. So the way it's supposed to be, so it's supposed to look like that. And this is our watermelon block. So let's go ahead and trim it up. I'm gonna move the rest of these out of our way. Let's go ahead and trim it up. Take a little bit longer to sew because they're kind of big and kind of bulky, but not too awful bad. So there it is. It's our watermelon block. Let's go ahead and take all the papers off of them. See, there's 17. All right. Okay, so there's the back. And then get that piece of white off there. Got a fuzzy on it. And then there's our watermelon block. It's pretty cool. It's probably my favorite one thus far. So, all right, what's up next is we've got smoothie block. And we're using the snail trail quilt paper. So we're gonna use this paper. And this one looks like it could be a little different than what we're accustomed to doing thus far. Because, well, here's the fabric that we've got for it. And let me show you the block we're gonna work on. That's our block. And so in the center, if you see, we're going to create this block here. Those four. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, we're going to take one, and two. Give me just a second to look at this. So 1 and 2, and then there should be, that's 3. So 1, 2. So I need one of these. Just getting myself together here to make this one little block first for us. So I need that one. And then I need one of those. And I need one of those. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, I need 2 of those. I need 2 of these. All right, and then I'll show you what we've got going on. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's see if I can put it together correctly. So there's just, we're gonna do these 2 together, and then we're going to do those 2 together, and then we're gonna sew them together. We're gonna patch them up, okay? So I'm gonna sew this one and this one together. And then we're gonna sew these 2 together. right, so now I'm going to press these open. Okay, so I've got this one and I've got this one. So the way they'll go is this one, and then you'll put them in the corners. These two colors here are going to be opposite each other. Okay? And I'm going to sew those together. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made that 4 patch, and I'm going to press the seams open. Okay, so now we have that unit. So this unit will be the center, the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it will go right there in that center. And so we'll glue that down and we'll get that all in order. Okay? All right. We are moving along. We've created our 4 patch, and which that will go in the center here. So we're gonna find the center of our 4 patch and the center of that, and we're gonna glue that right up in there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put some glue like in that center area. And then maybe a dot or 2 on each of those areas. And then I'm just looking at the center of my block, and then there's a star on my paper, and I'm gonna line that up. Best I can. And then I put some glue down on there. I want to make sure that that is Centered, centered, centered. Boy, I'm pretty close on the mark. There I am. All right. Let's go. I know that I've got some spots here I can glue. Okay. So I've gone ahead, make sure it's going to stay, and I put that right in that center. And so we are going to, I'm going to put my book up there. And the next ones we're going to do is 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to do 5, 6, 7, and 8 next. So 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with 6. If I can find 6, 6 is right here. We turn it over. 6 is right here. So I'm going to trim. Do I want to trim? I think so, because those are, I think I'm going to trim. I haven't done this one, so we're gonna see if it's gonna come out right. So I'm gonna trim. And we're gonna grab 6. That's 7. Let's see if I can find there's 6. Actually, I probably needed to do 5 first. Let's do 5 first. But 5 and 6 are going to be this color. I'm going to take one of these. Because it's a triangle, I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. Okay, so now I have 2 triangles. And so we're going to do 5 first. All right, so we're going to do 5 first. And I put it on the wrong side. Arg. Oh, let's try that again. Put some in the center. What am I doing? Okay. All right, let's get back on it here. So is that 1? Is that 1? Which one's 1? So that's 1. Oh, people. I think that's 1. Sorry everyone. Just trying to get my bearings here. Okay, let's get this back working. All right. So now I got it back doing its thing. So, all right. So 5. We're working on 5. Okay. So 5, I'm going to lay up here. Put a little glue. I don't know if you can hear my birds in the background. But they are loving that it's spring. Okay, so I've put glue here for 5. So now we can turn it around. And I am going to sew on 5. And I'm going to press. Okay, so now we have that. It looks like a house. And then we're gonna do 6. 6 is the same thing. 5 and 6 is the same thing. We'll put a little glue. Okay, got glue for 6. Okay. All right, so there's 6. 7's on this end. So 7. And 7 is the purple. And I'm going to cut that in half because it's just a triangle piece that I need. I have 2 triangles. Okay. There's 7. Then we're going to do 8. I've got that one ready to sew. This one's 8. Okay, so now it looks like that. And now we're going to do 9. So 9, 10, 11, and 12 are the next corners. So we're going to do 9 next. 9 is ready to sew. Make sure nothing is catching. Let's see, doubled up on me. It's right. Just got that one to do what it's supposed to do. That was 9, so 10 is on the opposite side. Okay. I got that down. Just want to make sure that it lays flat for me. Okay. There's 10. Let's do 11. Okay, so there's 11. Okay. There's 11. Oh, I can see the turn in it. You see it's starting to turn. That was 11. 12 is on this side. So I have 12 ready. Okay, so that was 12. So we did 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so now we're on to 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 13 will be first, and that's this one right here. So it's this purple. I'm gonna make triangle. 13 and 14 is on the other end. That fabric, I love that pattern. And the pinks, and the blue, this blue color. Just love it. Okay, so 14. Ready with 14. Let's make sure I didn't. 14, so then 15 is here. It's like 15 and 16. So 15 and 16 are going to be the same color, so it's going to be this. I'm going to make it into a triangle, and that'll be our 15 and 16. 15. Make sure that I didn't pull any extra there. So now we look at that. You can see the turn in it. That was 15. We're going to do 16, which 16 is the same color. So we already have our triangle. So there's 16. Now we've got 17, 18, 19, and 20 left to go. So we're going to start with 17. So 17 and 18 is going to be this color. So, oops. Drop that on the ground, I did. I'm going to cut this in half for my triangle. Right. So I've got 17 and 18. Put some glue on here. Just having a beautiful time. So I got 17. Let's do 18, which is on the opposite side, and it's the same color, so we don't have to cut anything yet. Definitely an interesting block for sure. You can see the curve in it. It's interesting. Okay, so 19's on this side. So flip it up. Okay, we got one more spot left. And we'll do up 20. go back to that pretty fabric. For 20, I'm going to make my triangle. Right. And I think it goes like that. That's kind of cool. This one is called the smoothie block. That is our smoothie block. So let's go ahead and shape it up. We'll trim it up here. Okay. So now we've trimmed it up. I think it goes that way. Yep. Let's take the paper off of it and we can take a look at it. So there we have it, folks. There's the back. And then the front. That just turned out lovely. All right, so that takes care of all 4 of them. I'm going to go offline.